testimony. Now we're live. Okay.
Hi, Amber. Hi, Ken.
Hello.
Okay, I want to introduce part of my class. Not all of them are here, so behind me is my class, my STEM students. They're the ones that built the chassis and the wheels, and the connectors. We 3D printed quite a bit.
You want to introduce yourself as well?
Say that again, Ginger.
Would you like to introduce yourself as well?
Oh, I guess I should do that. I'm Katie Ann Wilson. I am the computers teacher here at Liberty Middle School in Pratt, Kansas. And this is my STEM class.
All right, cool. I guess it's our turn. So we are here in not-so-sunny Davenport, Florida, which is located just south of Orlando. So we're really close to Mickey Mouse. I know everybody loves that. And this is my class. This is my digital media class. We have 60 kids in the class. This is about 40 of them, and they go through a rotation. So I have 2 rotations in here right now. One group actually started the challenge, so I'll let them raise their hands. The group that have their hands up, they are the ones that built the website. So that is our website group. And the other group came in, and they're actually building a different website, so they just came in on the tail end of the challenge. And my name is Amber McCormick, and I teach kindergarten through 5th grade global studies and 6th grade digital media. So pretty cool.
Dang.
Yeah. For the folks who are watching, for people who are watching, we kind of invented this idea to let four classrooms work together, or 4 groups of kids work together. So one group would make the frame, one group would make the body, one group would make the extras like the lights, the steering wheels, the wheels, that sort of thing. And then outsource final assembly to a 4th school, basically rehearsing the way everyone makes things these days. And so we looked out there for some crazy teachers and kids who were willing to jump in without a lot of structure on purpose, because we knew each class would do it differently. We didn't want to make it rigid. So we found a couple crazies out there. Thank you. Who were willing to do this. And what an example for everybody that you guys jumped in. You had to solve problems. We just want to hear how it went, what you learned, you know, what the value of this was, and should other kids do these kinds of things. We just want you to tell your story today and let the world hear it.
Okay, Katie Ann, do you want to start, and then we'll go from the finishing point?
Sounds great. I will post that or ask that question to my kids, so they need to one at a time come up and tell us what you learned from this project. Quickly. You got to go first. It's not okay. Lucas, be the brave one. And tell your first name and then explain what you've learned from doing this project.
Okay.
I might have to get down so they can see you.
It's the first time ever. I'm Lucas Baker, and
Don't look at me. Look at the camera.
I learned about designing like on the 3D printer and how to use that, and because that was mainly what my job was. So.
Can you hear him?
Yes.
Okay.
Swag.
Nathan.
Why? You're just gonna make the twins go first?
Yeah, the twins are going first. Come on.
Miss Wilson.
Introduce yourself and tell them what you've learned.
I'm Nathan Baker, and what I learned is that projects can be fun and how to make a scale size of something if I wanted to.
Good job.
And I have 25 students, and they're not all here, so ours will go quick.
Okay.
Get down. There you
I'm Brooklyn Humble, and I learned how to draw like a 1/3 scale. Measure.
Yep.
Yeah, my
Look.
here.
Let him ends on.
How do you go?
Quickly. Why don't you guys just line up so that when the next one's done, you can just get in. Okay, introduce yourself.
I'm Luis, and I learned to work together.
We had to learn how to do that a lot.
In different languages.
Okay, next, come on, quickly.
In different languages?
We were transcribing our instructions in different languages because a lot of students over in Orlando, we were told that they have, 20 different languages?
We do. We have a lot of different languages spoken. We're a global studies school. So we do actually, this is kind of interesting. How many of you, raise your hand, your family speaks a different language? But we teach school obviously in English, so they have all had amazing practice at that. So we were good with the English instructions, but it was cool that they made that accommodation for us.
Do it together? Okay. They have something to show you that they made on a laser cutter that we're going to give one to each of our partner schools.
Oh, cool.
It's a license plate. With our team name, the Model Ters on it.
Awesome.
So these gentlemen learn how to use a lasering cutter. Introduce yourselves real quickly. So
Hello, I'm Andres. No, you can't see.
Okay, next, Skylar, come on.
Hi, guys.
Snap your neck.
No. Okay.
Sit down, man.
Okay, my name is Skylar Romine. I learned how a wheel works.
He was one of our troubleshooters for the wheels.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was so impressed with it.
I'm Hunter Huber, and I learned how to use a 3D printer and do scale drawings.
Okay, Zach. Roman, Matt, Jesus, Bryson, Micah,
I'm Zach,
Sam.
and I learned about 3D printing. I'm Roman Toll, and I learned how to make scale drawings.
We're almost done.
My name is Matthew Pardon. I learned how to do scale drawings and learned how to basically draw on scale. In different scales.
We did a one-to-one scale drawing. They had to research the actual size of a Model T, and we drew it out full scale. 2 different views of the chassis, and then they learned how to do a 1/3 scale from their research. And we have those one-to-one drawings hanging up in our hallways.
When I first saw your full scale, I thought, oh my gosh, they're going to do it full size.
No. Okay.
I'm Jesus Acosta, and I learned how to use a 3D printer and scale drawings.
Okay, why don't you all come at the same time?
But this is Tinker and Cat.
I know.
I'm
I'm
Faye,
confused.
and I learned how to use a 3D printer.
Come on, guys. Quickly. Because we're going to move on to the Orlando
Okay,
schools.
I'm Hamill Gatlin, and I learned how a wheel works.
You're saying
Well, I'm Bryson Burkholder, and I learned how to make a back wheel and scale a regular thing down to 1/3. I'm Lincoln Taylor, and I learned how to use scale drawing.
Okay. Well, this is my group. We did a lot of math.
Awesome. All right, so that means it's our turn, right? I am not going to stick 40 kids on camera because we'll be here all day. But I do have a couple that wanted to share kind of what went down on our end. Our biggest frustration was the U.S. postal system. They failed us in many, many, many ways. So I'm going to let a couple of girls talk. Our end, we were kind of the social director, so we were trying to promote it on Twitter. We tagged the Ford Motor Company. They really didn't seem interested, but we tried. So I'm going to let a couple of the girls do some talking about their frustrations where we kind of had to do a lot of problem solving on our end, which was good. All right, ready?
Hi, I'm Rose. I'm Lana. And we were making one of the web pages for one of the groups, and we had trouble with communicating.
Yeah, we were both working together on a website page for one of the specific skills, and one of our hardest struggles was getting all the information in the exact amount of time we needed it, and making sure they actually got our messages for one, because we don't know if they're either just not like responding or
they didn't see it.
Yeah.
So it's a struggle with trying to get the information for the page and have it complete by the time it needed to be up, and we weren't getting the information as we needed it, and we weren't getting the parts too because they were still working on it, and it was very hard to get the stuff.
Yeah.
So.
All right, cool. Were the boys too camera shy? I have some very camera shy 6th graders here. They don't want to.
Yeah, I just want to say, can I say something to you?
Do what?
Can I say something to your team?
Yeah, definitely.
I was watching in social media as some of the frustrations were happening, and one thing I admired greatly was your persistence. Doing the one not just now, persistence was required again, and you did it. You stuck in there, and you got to the deadline, and you finished, and that's hard. And not everyone can do that. So I think we're pretty impressed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a big thing, I think, for especially students of this age level to be frustrated with adults. So I think it was kind of funny. But I mean, that's a good life skill.
Yeah,
Because you will have teammates who don't do the work, and that's completely normal. So one of the other things that we experienced, we were excited when the box showed up from our other school in Kansas. They actually did the body of the truck, and we were excited because the box came in like this huge, I think it was a washing machine box, but it was completely crushed by the time we got it. So I do have some pictures. I haven't put them up on the website yet because we rotated groups since then, and we had to do some major reconstructive surgery on the body. So we were kind of like the detail center.
Nice. I saw those pictures. I was amazed at what you did.
One of the coolest parts, our assistant principal spent quite a bit of time in our back room. He took a really big interest in this. So he actually reinforced it. He brought in hand tools and was like, he rebuilt the bed because everything was falling apart from the bed, which was really cool. So that was nice to have the support from administration too.
You know, that says a lot.
Yeah.
Notices and jumps in. Collaboration sounds like it was really important.
Yeah. I think the only other thing that we had problems with was once we were excited to stick the body on the frame, and it crushed it the first time we put it on there. So we had to do some reinforcement of the frame as well. The weight of the front of the truck was heavier than I think was anticipated. So we had to reinforce with, we used rulers.
So if you were doing this again, what we would know is that testing it in advance of the load would be really important. Are there some other lessons that you guys learned that you would do next time if you were doing this again?
I think we would have more Google Hangouts so that we can communicate. We used Edmodo quite a bit, and we were posting questions and pictures and communicating that way. But between our 4 time zones and 3 different states, it made it really hard for us to stay up on top of things, because I would have my kids first, and then it would be the next day before they could answer the questions. And I think the other classes got frustrated with us because we were always first, and it's just how it happened. There's no other way I could have changed that time for that class.
Yeah.
But I think that was the whole lesson behind, like how the Model T was actually constructed. I had the funniest thing happen the other day. My younger students are seeing this too. So like the kindergarten through 5th graders are seeing it. And I had a 5th grader walk in, and he was like, "Oh, the Model T Ford." And I'm like, "You know about this?" And he's like, "I have a replica at home." And he's like, "But where's your crank for the engine? You don't have a crank for the engine." And so we built one yesterday, and it's in the front of the car. I was like, okay, so we're missing a steering wheel, but Kevin, we have a surprise for you on the truck.
Yeah?
So I'm going to get some boys to turn the truck around. Just carefully turn the table so you can see the front of the car.
Turning the tables on us.
Very careful.
Hang on.
My camera is connected to the... Do you see our driver?
To the driver.
Yes.
Okay, well that is our second bell, so I'm going to have to dismiss my kids.
Okay.
It was great talking with you, and hopefully we can do another project in the future together.
All right, Katie.
Congratulations!
Bye. Katie, before you hang up, do we want to share our other piece of news now? Oh. All right, Ginger, I'm going to ask you, do you think we should share the news that we talked about?
I think so. I think it's a good heads-up moment.
Okay, so we're going to give you plenty of heads up, but I am presenting at ST40, and so is Katie Ann, so the car will be coming with us. So we're going to wheel it over to Clearwater and have it on display.
Yay! We're thrilled. And you're there.
Yeah, I'm the opening
Yeah.
Opening keynote, closing keynote.
Woohoo!
We're going to blow it up. It's going to trend. We're going to make it. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Can I show your kids something?
Yeah, guys.
This is kind of top secret, okay?
Okay.
So I had this Model T idea first just because I knew that the grown-ups wouldn't be afraid of an old car, right? And now the next idea that I have looks a little bit different. I'm going to bring it over for you to take a peek at, okay?
I'm scared. Please tell me it's a functioning spaceship.
Yeah.
A DeLorean.
What do you think?
Who's in? There we go. Oh, great. Thanks for that. Does it have to actually function?
No. Oh, those doors? Well, what we thought was that this is a lot more modular, kind of in a way, and it's all template-based, not different than what we've done. It just looks cool at the other end, and if you have the time machine parts on it, the flux capacitor, lights, LEDs, it'll blow people
Watch the movie.
Raspberry Pi. Yeah, it could be, fully functional or just pretty to look at. It's all.
Is that going to be next year, like in the fall? Because we have like 14 days of school left.
Yeah. Come on, Amber. We want to have a bunch of challenges on one website that kids can choose from and then go find partner schools. One of the things we want schools to get good at is finding partner schools and not waiting for someone to assign one, but go out and find that partner school. And I also love it when it doesn't work out as school just kind of figures it out. We're not helpless, we can figure things out.
We're hoping by the time we bring it to Clearwater, we have a license plate. And our other school, that they kind of had volunteer students. I don't know if you heard this. They had a group of 3 boys that volunteered and then they all quit. So they 3D printed lanterns that are actually functional. So they actually light up. So we're hoping those get to us at some point. And we're working on a steering wheel.
We can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah. First of all, thank you so much to your kiddos. Thank you. Congratulations for it's beautiful, and you've done such great work. So one more round of applause for these.
Woo! Great job, you guys.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys, say goodbye. Say thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yay.
Good seeing you. Wow. That was a surprise.